so happy that I get to say that. So super excited. I decided with my man, or he decided, he spontaneously sprung it on me. He's like, let's go on a date night. So I'm like, ooh, you ain't gotta tell me twice. During all this quarantine, we really haven't done much, so date nights are very special to me. So we decided, let's go on a date night. I'm like, wait a minute, I have to go to Ulta. There's a couple things that I would love to use tonight. Like I need a little bit of foundation, some lashes. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do a quick little get ready with me, simple glam, bring you guys along with me to kind of show you the process of me picking a few things out. And my man has to go to Best Buy, so this is just a quick little vlog before my get ready with me, so you can kind of see the process of me going from this to a whole 10, sis. So let's do it and let's get it popping. All right, we have reached the gates of heaven, people. Let's go. Okay, so I have a recommendation of a foundation from M. Rodriguez. Wait, Radiant Longwear Foundation. So I took a picture of what would be like my okay, it's the number 4. Oh, I have it. Okay, so here is foundation, and I wanted to grab lashes. How many of you get really lost when you're like finding makeup, especially like if you're not comfortable with it? Oh, I can't test things because of COVID. No wonder. Like I'm like, what the heck's going on here? All right, so that I'm gonna skip on because I'm not trying to look crazy. Hi! So we are back in my little YouTube headquarters and at my little vanity per se. I have another one to the side, which one day I'll probably show you guys, but it's a little messy, so I'm gonna use this table here. So I'm gonna do something super simple. I don't want any craziness going on. I just want something glam, something soft, just appropriate to go to dinner and come home, because that's our plan. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I did end up obviously going to Ulta, like I said, and I picked up a new eyeshadow kit because I felt like my eyeshadow brushes were a little, I don't know, just a little rundown. So this one is from Morphe. It's the Eyeliners kit. It has 6 brushes. So this is what it looks like. And then what else? I bought the Nars Natural Radiant Foundation and in the color Deauville? I don't know. You guys can help me out with that. And then I also bought some double wispy lashes. These are like my favorite. I bought ash brown eyebrow pencil because I felt like my eyebrow stuff was a little outdated. Right here, this last brush, oh, 2 more brushes. So both from Morphe. One is an M444 and it's just like a very like tapered brush. And then this one is more for contour and it's the M405. This is what it looks like. So the first thing I'm gonna do actually is go in with my Rejuveniqe oil from Monet. And I'm gonna take, it comes in a little thing like this. I'm gonna put a little bit on my fingers. And I'm gonna use this as my moisturizer. Oh my gosh, if you guys put this on your eyebrows, let me tell you, or lashes. I put this in my hair. I use it as lip balm. I use it as everything. I've used it to remove my makeup. It's just like a good oil. And if it's like winter time, like it is here in Rhode Island right now, it's like 30 something outside. My skin is so dry, like 24/7, honestly. So I'm literally just lathering this on my skin. And of course my skin is sucking it right up because my skin is so dry. Especially because when I got home, I took a quick shower. So I wanted to make sure I moisturized my skin and kind of prepped first. I'm going in on my lips with Smith's Rosebud Salve, and sorry for the bite marks because when I got this, Rio got a hold of it at some point and I caught him before he like demolished it. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit of this, and it is so nice on the lips. I got it at the Ulta, like, you know that little pit stop that they like, you know, make you stare at before you check out? You know, that's how they be getting you. That's where I got it. I like grabbed it really quick and I was like, you know, I need like some type of lip balm, some type of something, and I'm obsessed. It is so nice, so soft on the lips. So I feel good, feel prepped. Now we're gonna go ahead and go in with our Shape Tape Concealer in the shade 227S Light Medium Sand. So this is what that looks like, and then, I don't know if you can see. All right, let me go ahead and take this brush from MAC. It is the 212 brush from MAC. It's like a little bit tapered It's got a little bit of love on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my eyelids and kind of just get crazy with it. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be organized at all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start pushing that all over my lid. And just blend, blend, blend. Let's see. I'm so excited to be able to do this with you guys because I feel like, you know, I always have questions on like, oh, like how did you create that look? Or, you know, where'd you get that? And this is just such a cool opportunity to share with you guys, because I feel like as women, I don't think it's fun to keep things to ourselves, you know? Like I love when I message a girl and she's like, and I'm like, hey, where'd you get that? And she answers, she gives me the link. Like that is the type of woman support that I need, honestly. And take your time, because makeup should be fun. Like if you're in a rush, then obviously you can like watch this and maybe like think back to ways you can take shortcuts, but honestly take your time, because makeup is so much fun. It should be fun at least. That's it. My lid is completely covered. The whole point is that you don't want to see like veins on your lids, and you want anything you put on your lids to catch right away and the true pigment to come out. So I'm going to go in, and I have this little powder here, which it's just a translucent powder from Rimmel. I'm going to use this. I'm not going to even show you what it looks like because it's broken, but I'm just going to use it to go over my eyes really quick. So I just picked it up like that, just enough to dust over the lid. That way when you start to apply your shadow, everything's even, there's no like wetness, nothing. So you kind of just, this is a step that I take and I've seen other people take, but it's not absolutely necessary. So just to show you guys like, you know, the possibility of things that you can do, but if you want to skip this step, you're more than welcome to. So next I'm going to go in with my Kylie palette. I got this gifted to me from my sister-in-law for Christmas one year, and relatively, I'm trying to show you, this is what the colors look like. They're very like warm, really pretty, sultry, so that's kind of the look I'm going for. I don't want anything crazy, just enough to show up and, you know, have a little extra something. So with the first color I'm going to go in with, I'm going to go right here, and that color is called Bronze. I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to go in with Bronze, and with this brush from Morphe, that's one of the ones that came in here, and I don't think it even has a number. You just really want a fluffy brush, period. Like you just want something that is going to be able to pick up good product. So I'm going to go ahead and dip into here, and I'm going to go into my crease. There is a bone that you should be feeling. Some people I know have deep set eyes, but you can still feel that bone. So you should be able to, you know, go in there, feel it, and know where to start putting your crease color. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in, and I'm literally just gonna go, you can either do windshield wiper motions or in circular motions back and forth. So you have to control the brush, remember that. I know sometimes it gets overwhelming, you're like, oh my gosh, am I doing this right? But just remember, like find that crease, feel for that bone, and really push in there. And like you can already tell, it's already forming like really nicely. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that on the other side. And when it comes to, you know, certain looks, if I ended up going in with this color multiple times into the crease, it will get deeper and deeper. So, I mean, whatever your preference is, you guys can go ahead and add more, or maybe just dip in a little less, whatever you're comfortable with. I do like a deep crease. I already have really big eyes. I know I have a lot of space, thank God. But just because if you don't have a lot of space on your lid doesn't mean that you can't have a good look like this. You just have to find that bone and know where to start. If your eyes are deep set, I also would recommend maybe starting a little bit higher than the bone, just so that you can create the look of a crease more so than when you open your eyes and they just kind of set back. So I'm gonna go in with the color next to it. It is called Hematite. So let me go ahead and dip into it, pick up a little bit. And like I said, you're in control here. So I'm gonna go ahead and push this in, but I still wanna blend. I know like you'll think, okay, I'm done blending. If you think you're done blending, honey, you're never done blending. When I first started doing makeup, I actually learned on YouTube by myself. I really didn't have any type of guidance like that. I would literally take my makeup brushes, whatever I had, sit in front of the computer and pause and go with someone and just try to follow with them. And I feel like that's what really helped me like understand the concept of makeup and kind of just pick it up on my own. So the next thing I'm gonna do is go in with this brush right here. It looks like it would be an oval shadow brush. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go in with, let's say, because I do want this to be relatively natural. So I'm gonna go in with this color right here, a gold color. It has like a little bit of shimmer. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that one is called Goddess. Because honey, that's what we're trying to be, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take this, pack it on. I know that, you know, sometimes we just go like, no, honey. I want you to like buffet it. I want you to go in and I want it all over the place. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna press it into my lid. I will leave the link to everything I'm using in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I really am excited about this journey, so I wanna see what I can do with it. So I'm gonna go in on this side. Can you see like my crease? You know, sometimes it, like when I first did it, it didn't look this dark. I put something lighter against it and the contrast, honey, it is so deep. This is what I'm talking about, girl. That's why you really want to do a really good crease because it will show up in a little bit. I don't think, guys, that I am the top makeup artist, you know? I've always been like, my makeup style is very like natural. Like, I want you to look like me, but in a natural way, like just glammed up, a little amped, you know? Like me on steroids a little. So I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Eye Studio in black. It's like a creamy consistency with this little brush from MAC, the 210. This is a game changer, this brush, because this brush allows me to just tightline. I don't really love doing wings because they stress me out. Like, girl, you do one layer and then you do 2 layers and then like it's up here and I don't have time for that. So I'm just gonna tightline my eye right here just to give a little depth in the eye, like when I go on to put lashes. But I'm not gonna go in and like get crazy because I don't want no wing because I can't take the stress of a wing. I got reservations, you know what I'm saying? Wings are not always necessary. Like if I want to get crazy, I can do a wing, but I gotta have real patience. I gotta pray. I gotta do like a bunch of different things before I do a wing because it's stressful. So I finished the other eyeliner and obviously you can tell it got a little thick, girl. I almost thought about doing a wing because I was like, oh shit, what am I doing? But I also went in with this color right here. It is Topaz. And I just dusted it over my crease because I felt like it was looking a little ashy and I really wanted to keep it a little warm. And I did the same motions as well. Now I'm gonna go in with my voluminous lash, L'Oreal. Girl, this is my favorite mascara ever and it's so cheap and I will not ever get rid of it. Like I've tried other mascaras and nothing compares to this lash. So this is Voluminous Million Lashes. I always get it in black, black, black. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm only dusting my lashes because I know that I'm gonna put on fake lashes. I have relatively long lashes, but ain't nothing like a fake lash, girl. And I think we all know that. Like lashes just change the whole thing. Okay. Perfect, done. Now I'm gonna go in with some Makeup Melt Bliss. Just right, you could do any type of wipes. Honestly, I don't have like a super favorite. I actually try to stay away from wipes because I don't like how they like pull down on your skin. Okay, so now that we are done wiping our face, clean up any dust, any powders, I always recommend doing eyes first just for that reason. It is very messy. I used to do it the other way, way back in the day, and I used to always like have to be wiping my makeup off, and you know, just taking the time to wipe your makeup off like that and then like putting back on the foundation, way too much work. Eyes first, always. So now I'm gonna go in and do my skin. I'm gonna go in with Strobe Cream from MAC. They do have like bigger containers of this, but I just got like a little size one. So it's Strobe Cream and it's the pink one. So I'm gonna take that, just enough, like on my, I'm just gonna do it with my fingers. And you want a good amount, honestly, because this actually has like an illuminator in it. So it is a beautiful primer. You could actually mix it in with your foundation if you preferred, but I like to use it as my primer. So that is what I'm gonna do. You always need a primer. Primers are super important. If you want your makeup to truly last, primers are key. So now I'm gonna go in with that Nars foundation. This is what the bottle looks like. It's really beautiful. And that is in that shade that I told you, Deauville, I don't know. I'm gonna put some on here. I'm gonna start with a little bit because I've never used it and I just want to get a feel for it first. So I'm gonna go in with this buffer brush. You're more than welcome to use a looser brush or an actual like little sponge. I'm not super keen on the sponges. I feel like they're a lot more work and they take more product than actually put it on my face. So I like tapered foundation brushes like this. So I'm gonna go in and I like to push it into my skin because I feel like these brushes give like way better coverage. I'm super pale right now. Rhode Island life, guys. Like sad pale, but it's okay because my powders and things like that will definitely give me a little bit of color. But nothing is worse than a line of demarcation. Girl, we've all been there. It's okay, we can admit it. We've all had a time where we're like, that don't match. Okay guys, I've got it pretty much all over my face. Disclaimer, this is a pretty much full coverage foundation. And I believe it's buildable. I mean, most foundations are. So the more you put, the more coverage you're gonna get. So now that I have this pretty much spread out, I know I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost, but things will take a turn for the better. So I'm gonna go in with my Shape Tape. I know this seems like a little darker, but honey, I'm gonna add a little bit of color to my face. And if I wanna brighten it up, I do have something else, a little other trick that I do use. This is like major key actually. When you do concealer, a lot of people I've spoken to usually only do it like this, right? They just put it like right there. And they're always like, why doesn't my concealer ever look like your concealer? Concealer is not meant to just do that. Concealer is meant to do this. Triangles everywhere. Triangles, triangles, triangles. A little on the chinny, a little on the bridge of the nose so we can have it snatched. And a little up here. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta look real stupid before we can get real cute. And then now I'm gonna just go in with this and push it in. All right, so relatively blended, no? So now I'm gonna go in with my MAC Studio Fix powder. This is what it looks like. It's NC25, that is the color. And I'm gonna just go with a little brush. This one is the 129 brush from MAC. It's just like a big powder brush. And I'm just gonna push it into my skin. Mind you guys, I do like a lot of coverage, especially on date night, because you know, I don't know, you just never know. You gotta be ready. If for some reason this feels like a lot of makeup, like I can't feel it on my skin, but if you are watching and you're like, oh, that's too much makeup for me, there are so many ways to dumb it down. BB cream, you could do powders, you could just do lighter applications for sure. And I will try to do that one day as well, but like I said, this is a glam, get ready with me, date night. I wanna look blah. Now I'm gonna go in with this little contour brush from Morphe that I just bought. And I'm gonna go in with some natural bronzer from Rimmel. This is what it looks like. So I'm gonna just go in and start doing this. And I like to, everybody contours different. Some people contour this way, which I don't really necessarily like the look of that. So I go this way and kind of like where my cheeks are is where I kind of start to like cut it because I want my face to go. So that's what I do. And as I'm, you know, bronzing myself up, what I do is I obviously pick up the product and I start going around my hairline. I just start moving. I want a small forehead, you know, because things aren't looking too cute when your forehead starts back here. And I'm just gonna move around my hairline. Okay, so I got my bronzer applied. I'm gonna add a little bit of the bronzer with a fluffy brush like this one. This is the Morphe M505. This is what it looks like. Really fluffy, kind of same like I did on my eyeshadow. And I'm literally just gonna put it down on the bridge of my nose. And then I go in with this brush from MAC as well, the 227. Pretty tapered. And I go back in with my MAC Studio Fix powder. And I just pretty much, or you could do this with the translucent. I just put it down the bridge of my nose. I have this palette. You can make palettes at MAC if you guys didn't know. One of them, I think one side is a little broken, yeah. So I have eyeshadows on one, and then on the other one, I have blushes. So these are all magnetic, which is so nice. So if I want to spruce up my contour, I'll go in with this color, and I'll find out what color it is for you. I'll put it in the description below. I'll just like deepen up the contour a smidge. Sometimes if I feel like I picked up too much product, I literally use my wrist or my, just anything, honestly. So now I'm going to go in with this little brush right here. And I'm going to go back in with the color that I used on my crease underneath my eye, like this. So I did that on both sides. As you can see, it really closes the eye out, but not in a way where it makes it look so dark. It just looks really sultry and beautiful. Now I'm going to go back in with my mascara. I'm just going to dab underneath here just to give it a little drama. The best advice I can give you about mascara, if you ever get it underneath, just let it dry, and at the very end, just take a little dry Q-tip and it comes right out. Okay, so I have this eyebrow pencil. Sometimes I use cream, sometimes I use shadows, but today I'm gonna use a pencil. Shout out to my friend Ashley, back when I worked at MAC. She's the one who showed me how to do my eyebrows, because honey, my eyebrows have always been something I've been insecure about because they're really thin. I ruined them when I was a kid and they never really came back in. So I've thought about doing the microblading, but I'm scared because I don't want it to look like too dark on me, because I do have a lot of hair, I just don't have enough to give me shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a shape. I'm bringing it closer because that's where your eyebrow should start. This, and here. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of the shape tape, same little brush that I showed you earlier, and I'm gonna go underneath. You're supposed to have like a brow highlight naturally, so this kind of actually helps you create one if you didn't have one. It's so satisfying to like watch it come together. And don't worry if it looks a little boxy, because we're gonna change that. If it gets boxy, you can put extra concealer there or foundation and kind of start. Sometimes I even use my finger just to give it more of a natural look. But brows take a lot of patience, for sure. You always have a good brow. Like this is my good brow. This brow I can do in 2 seconds. This one is my step cousin from like 4 different families, because why? You know? Always take this spoolie. Spoolies are lifesavers for brows, which is why they come at the end of like little brow applicators, because they truly do make the world of a difference. If you were just to fill in your brows and not use the spoolie, it would be so dark. It wouldn't even look like a real brow. So automatically, I love this brow, like so much. And this one, I feel like I had to go so hard in, and like I'm like still looking at it like, should I change something, should I not? But we're gonna see how it looks towards the end, because everything kind of changes once you put on the lashes and, you know, the whole shebang. Okay, so got that done. Obviously, eyebrows are a big deal. They frame the face. You gotta make sure that they're on point. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lashes. Pretty much just tap them in as close to the lash line as I can. So girl, double wispies or even just regular wispies are so beautiful. You don't always have to get like such a heavy lash, but I do like heavy lashes. Like, don't get me wrong, I have huge eyes, I can do heavy lashes. Sometimes people are like, oh no, that's too much. Honey, ain't nothing too much for me. Okay, like look how different the look looks already. Insane. Now I'm gonna go in with my NYX Nude Truffle Lip Liner. That's what it looks like. So I always get a little heavier on the liner. And so I also take this and just fill it in a little bit. All right, so I'm going in with my Morphe Freebird. This is one of my favorite lip glosses. You can get this at Ulta, as well as the lip liner. Like I said, I'm gonna link everything in the description below so that you can grab it. How pretty is that color? And I was wearing this lip in my last video too, my first YouTube video. So if any of you guys had questions or wondered, this is that lip. And of course, if you didn't watch my last video, make sure you circle back to catch it, because it was my first video and I really enjoyed it, and it's just a chance for you guys to, like I said, better get to know me. And the last thing I'm gonna do is go in with this little beautiful fan brush from Morphe, of course, and my MAC Oh Darling. It's a highlighter, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I like to look very glowy. Some people have preferences. They feel like it makes them look sweaty. Honey, I wanna be a disco ball, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna go in. Look at this. Look at this, girl. Oh my gosh. Honey. My man says I say the word honey too much. But honey. Okay. The last thing I need is a little bit of setting spray. Setting spray from Jeffree Star. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take a quick bath because, you know, we want this to last all night. And that is it. That completes this glam look. I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair, and then I'm gonna circle back so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything special, just straightening it. My man loves my hair straight. Don't know why, but that's what he loves. So I'm gonna just make sure he is all up in this. So I'm gonna go ahead and straighten my hair really fast. Obviously, eventually I'll do tutorials on like how I style my hair, what products I use, but I'm in a time crunch, so let me be right back. Okay guys, so this is the final look. This is the hair. I just decided to pin the two front pieces like in the back with some little bobby pins. I like it like super sleek and straight. I straightened it only a little bit because it was kind of already straight to begin with. I went in a little bit of cloud perfume from obviously my fave girl, Ariana Grande. This pretty much completes the look. I like to keep it simple. The restaurant isn't even that much fancy, honestly. So I don't feel like I needed to go crazy. I feel beautiful, so that's all that matters. I just put on a little bomber jacket, little turtleneck. It's freaking cold outside. And this pretty much completes the look. Thank you so much for coming along with me and helping me create this. I'm gonna go ahead and head to the restaurant and I'll show you guys a little sneak peek. Bye guys.